In this video, I want to share with you 5 niches to help you get sales on your merch on demand business. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print on demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on merch on demand and other print on demand platforms. If you like this kind of content, you're getting any value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. Now, before I share with you those 5 niches to help you get you more sales on merch on demand, just want to do a quick sales up for merch on demand and Etsy. So today is Monday, July 14th, 6:14 a.m. in the morning. So no sales yet, but yesterday had an okay day. I did, 28 sales and $78 in revenue, or in royalties, I mean. But I've had some pretty good days this past week. So on Tuesday I did 197, then I did 176. 91 and then 163. These are the type of numbers like this 197, 176, 163 that I need to hit on a regular basis to hit my goal of doing $5,000 a month. But that is going to put me at, let's see here, 551 sales and $1,378 for the month. Last month you could see I did 3,175. Let's go ahead and take a look at Etsy. So Etsy for yesterday, July 13th. Take a look at the revenue. Looks like I had 5 orders and about $80 in revenue. Looks like I sold a PNG file, a couple mugs, and a couple t-shirts. I make about 40% revenue or profit margin. So I probably made something around like $30, $35. And if we take a look at my monthly stats, it's actually not looking too good, to be honest. You know, only $800 in revenue. You know, that's 39% down from last year. So, you know, don't really like that too much, but you know, just kind of is what it is. I'm just going to keep plugging away and hopefully get those numbers back up. Q4 is right around the corner, and I always really do a good job in Q4. So those are my sales for both merch on demand and Etsy. Now, if you want to follow me on Instagram, where I post my daily sales for both merch on demand and Etsy, the link is in the description. I also post like gym pics, family pics, entrepreneur pics, just like my life down here in Mexico. I'm born and raised in Mill Valley, California, but I've been living in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for the past 20 years now. So before I share with you those 5 niches that will help you get more sales on your merch on demand business, I think I should probably talk about, you know, where the hell I have been, because I haven't made a YouTube video in about 2 months or something, maybe even 3 months. Basically, I just kind of got burnt out on making videos. I was making videos like every day, and I just felt like I needed a break. So I took a little break from YouTube and just focused on getting ready for Q4. So I just been uploading my butt off on merch on demand on Etsy. And now that I've finished all those uploads and I've got everything ready for Q4, I feel like I'm ready to get back into making content. So the plan is to do, you know, 2 videos a week, one like this where I share with you niches, and then another one where I share with you prompts. You know, try and do 2 videos a week, do that towards, you know, the end of the year. At least that's what I'm planning for, and then kind of reassess from there. But that's where I've been and what I've been doing. But now let's go ahead and share with you those niches. And one of the places where I get my niches is from Merch Dominator. And if you don't have Merch Dominator, I would definitely recommend it. Now, I will admit it is not cheap. It is kind of expensive. It's like $60 a month, but the value is definitely there. So if you can afford it, I would jump on it. But one of the reasons why I like Merch Dominator is because every Monday they put out a this bonus right here. Now, this might be last week's because it's still kind of early in the morning, so I don't know if they have the new one out yet. So we'll just see which one it is. But if you go to bonuses and then you click on profitable niches and you click on this drive link, it actually gives us, so this one's from last week, but it'll still work. Maybe I'll do another one on Wednesday just to stay up to date. But I think the new list is going to come out probably later today because it comes out every Monday. But right here, we're going to see we got some new niches for the week. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and see what Merch Dominator is recommending. So let's click on this first one, and we can see that this first one right here is going to be, let me get my face over here. It's going to be funny chess set pieces, periodic table board game player. So basically, this is you know, the chess niche, focusing more on the pieces right here. And we can see that some of these are selling really well. So 389, 485, 581, 587, you know, something like this you could easily do on you know, ideogram. This one I also like. It's okay if you don't like chess. It's kind of a smart people game anyway. So maybe you can like combine these two if you don't want to do a straight up copy. So maybe, you know, take like this text right here, it's okay, and put it on top of like some retro pieces, just so you know you're not doing a straight up copy. That's something that I like to do, just kind of like combine two kind of designs, two kind of phrases. Let's see what else we have here. Let me turn the fan on because it's getting kind of hot. So I thought this one was actually really clever, a little harder to design for in my opinion, but you can see they're using the chess pieces. I think that's the bishop, or is that the bishop? I'm not too sure. I used to play chess, but not so much anymore. I thought this one was also really creative, using the periodic table. So we've seen, you know, the words being spelled with the periodic table have sold very well on Merch on Demand. This one right here, I think it's using French, not too sure what it says. This one would be kind of harder to create in my opinion on ideogram. Maybe you can do it yourself somehow on Photoshop or on Adobe. I thought this one was also a pretty good one too, just easy to recreate. So checkmate in progress, please wait. And we know that these like in loading or in progress designs sell well. Here's kind of another one. So we have a duplicate here. This one kind of like this one right here. So that's another thing that you want to do, is you want to look for duplicates. And I thought this one was pretty cool too, where you have two animals. Maybe you could switch up the animals. You know, right now raccoons are very popular. Capybara is also very popular. So maybe something like that could work. And then we also have the American flag, which is another really good seller, where you take whatever symbolizes the niche and turn it into the flag, like this one right here. So that is the first niche that I have for you. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. All right, so the next one that I have for you is this one right here that says, let's just click on it. So it is Grandma Art for Mom, Women, Grandmother Promoted to Grandma. So this is basically for grandmothers, and you know, I was looking at this niche early before I started recording, and the way that I would attack this would be like doing you know, established 2026, 2025. You know, we're too deep into the year, so I would focus on adding in like established 2026. Let's see right here. So first time grandma, let the spoiling begin. You could very easily take a screenshot of this, pop this into ideogram, and just add in established 2026. You get a good design right here. Only the best grandmas get promoted to great grandmas. So this is a really good one, because you're gonna see a lot of people focus on like promoted to grandma, you know, 2026, but there's not too many that are saying like promoted to great grandma. That's like kind of like a sub niche of grandma that you can tap into. I know I look too young to be a grandma, established 2026. So basically I would just, if you want to attack this niche, I would do like duplicates or make similar designs like this, but just add in, you know, established 2026. Not your average grandma. That's a classic one. I was so good at being a mom, I got promoted to grandma. Again, type in established 2026. Blessed to be called mom, grandma, and great grandma. So here they're cross niching all three: mom, grandma, and great grandma. And we got some pretty good BSRs here. Another good idea, or one thing that I've noticed, especially with designs that are more for women, is that, you know, not all women, but a lot of women don't really like wearing black. You know, I've noticed that white colors or lighter colors sell better with women. You know, so maybe you can design for both white and black. That's just a good little ninja tip or pro tip. But here I think you get the idea. So like something like this, but then just switch up the year. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the third niche. And I actually think I forgot to mention, you know, if you want to sign up for Merch Dominator, I do have an affiliate link in the description. I think it's like the second or third link. So if you want to sign up for Merch Dominator, go ahead and check them out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third niche right here. So it's going to be Funny Algebra Dance Function Math Teacher Geek. So this is kind of like a sub niche of the math niche, which is going to be algebra. And it's this niche right here where they're like these dancing people like this, and then they have these like algebra equations. So let me see if I can find a better example. Actually, that one has a really good BSR 401. But yeah, so anytime you could niche down into a niche, find like a micro niche like this one, algebra. You know, you could also do like maybe geometry. That could be something you could take a look at. Calculus. Like we're going to see a lot of duplicates. So like this one right here. This one right here. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't even really understand like why this is kind of popular or selling, or even understand it. So one thing that I like to do if I don't really understand a phrase of a design that is selling, I'll take a screenshot and I'll pop it into ChatGPT and I'll ask it to explain it for me, because sometimes I don't know. If anybody knows like why this is popular, why this is selling, maybe they're dancing. So I don't know, the first thing I thought was maybe is you wear this to like a dance or something like that. I don't know. Maybe someone can help me out here. But here's another one. So we're seeing all these duplicates and we're seeing, BSRs that it is selling. So, I don't know if Ideogram would be able to make a really good replica of this. So maybe you'd have to design this yourself. This one I really like because it has the word bro in it. And if you've been on Merch on Demand just for the past couple of years, you just know that the word bro is trending in almost every niche. So maybe you can come up with some clever creative designs like this where you say algebra. The main thing that came to my mind was just having like a kid that's like dabbing, that seems to always do well. So that is going to be I think the third niche. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the fourth one, which is going to be a birthday niche, it looks like. So 11th birthday, 11 years old. Hello 11, established 2020 or 2012. So right here we have designs for kids that will be turning 11 that were born in 2012, it looks like. So right here, the birthday niche is probably one of the best niches on Merch on Demand. People are always, looking for t-shirts on Amazon to buy for people that are going to be celebrating their birthdays. You can cross niche it with like, video games, things like that. Let's see if we can find a good one here. So 11, smash, cruising. One thing I've also noticed is like doing designs like this where we're using these like new kind of slang words that kids are saying these days now, like Rizzler, Riz, Sigma, no cap. If you don't know what these words means, you can just pop them into ChatGPT and ask for the meaning. There's no shame. I had to do that too 11 years later. That's kind of funny, but I think that has to do with one of those cartoons. Awesome since 2024. So you can do a design like this, and just switch up the year, maybe get ready for the next year so you can stay ahead of the competition. Bro, okay, so here we got a good one. So here we're cross niching 11 with bro, and then maybe add in the year established, whatever the year is that makes sense. So 2012 I think it is, or whichever one. Just do the math. This is kind of a good design right here. I like that. And let's go ahead and take a look at, I think, the final one, which is going to be an animal niche. That's one of my favorite niches for merch, just focusing on animals. So best friends for life. Excuse me, the bird feeder's empty again. That's a really funny one. So the niche is funny squirrel animal. I don't have a short attention span. Okay, so that's the phrase that Merch Dominator is recommending. That's kind of a cool one with the guitar. You can maybe switch that up for other instruments. Okay, so let's see if we can find one that is talking about Squirrel Whisper. I've noticed just from doing research for over the years, especially when I made all those prompts on my PayHip shop, is that you can just take almost any animal and even food, or damn near almost any niche, and just put the word whisper after it and just put like a clip art or image illustration of the niche, and you can get a design that tends to sell. So think of maybe an animal that's kind of low in competition. So right here again we see Squirrel Squad. I've also seen this with like King and Queen. So just something to think about. Pardon me, the bird feeder appears to be empty. Let's see what else we have here. Excuse me. This is kind of cool with the pocket, but I'm not seeing any ones that talks about that. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, I don't have a short attention span. Let's see. I think I forgot short attention span. Yeah, so it is this one right here. So, with Ideogram, you can definitely take a screenshot of this and make a way better design. This is a popular style that is selling well, where you have the animal taking the selfie. And what else do we have? Squirrel mode, cross niching it with 4th of July. So maybe you can do something like this, but you can do it for Halloween. Now the 4th of July is over. Everybody is going to be focusing on Halloween. So if you want to do Halloween designs, you can just basically do something like this. But instead of having squirrels that have 4th of July decorations around it, you can do all basically Halloween stuff. Alright, so those are the 5 niches that I have for you. Again, you can get these by signing up to Merch Dominator. Affiliate link is in the description. And if you want like a niche service, I actually have a school community where I put out niches every day. I've been doing this every day since February 15th. I think I'm like 5 or 6 months in now. I never miss. Every day you get, it's 8 niches and prompts, 4 for Merch on Demand, and then 4 for Etsy. So I provide prompts and niches for both platforms. If you want, you can click the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. It will take you to my school page, and there's actually a video which kind of goes more in depth, and it will talk more about like who my school community is for and what you receive as a school member. You know, I also have like a whole bunch of GPTs. I think it's like 19 GPTs. My favorite ones that I use are the ones that will write your listings for you, so you can just upload your design and it will actually write your whole Merch on Demand listing for you, loaded with SEO. Really useful and time saving. So if you're interested in that, check it out. And then if you just want like free prompts, you can go to my PayHip shop. So this is my PayHip shop right here. Let's go to all products, and I have a whole bunch of free prompts that you can get for free, download, no cost. So you can take a look at those, see if there's anyone that interests you. And then I also have prompts that are for sale. So if you want to get like a deal, you can get like 500 evergreen prompts for only $24. This is probably the best value. And then if you're looking for, you know, getting ready for like, you know, the months ahead, you know, I have these monthly prompts. So, you know, maybe you want something for August, for September. These are evergreen prompts. So they're like food niches, animal niches, health and awareness niches, job and career niches, things like that. And then I also have seasonal ones or holiday prompts. So if you want like 100 prompts for maybe like Halloween, you know, you can go ahead and purchase those. All right. And I'm actually going to put these all on sale because since I haven't made a YouTube video in so long, I've kind of neglected this, my PayHip shop. So let me go ahead and do that. There'll be a 50% off sale for today only. All right. So that is going to be the video for today. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.